Oh my god, Julie's not uploading a vlog. What? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Today's video is going to be a formal sit-down video this time, taking a break from the vlogs for a little bit and focusing on things that you guys really want to see, which is stuff for your makeup kit. So today's video is going to be another Amazon favorites video. I did do a previous video over my Amazon favorites. I will be linking the original video up above here, so definitely go ahead and check it out if you guys have not already. I might have mentioned other things that I didn't mention in this one. Every single product I will be mentioning is going to be in the description bar down below. It's really important if you are a makeup artist to have your kit really organized and really compact. More organized kit, faster you're gonna work, more money you're gonna make. Simple as that. Also, you're not going to be breaking your back either when you're trying to juggle around like 5 different makeup kits. Please condense your kit. I promise you that it's going to save your back and also save you multiple different trips from your car to the venue or wherever you're going. It's gonna save you, I promise. I literally used to take around this huge rolling case with all of these drawers in it and everything, and used to keep all of these MAC Studio Fix foundations in the original glass bottles. And oh my gosh, I cannot even tell you how heavy it was. It was so freaking heavy. So instead, I kind of just decided to do a more set style bag, which I have here. And I'm actually gonna talk about that first. This case is from Relabel. It looks like this. So it's one of their extra large bags. They have about 3 or 4 different sizes, I think. This is the largest one that they carry. This also is not the backpack one. It's not the one that has the padded straps that you can like wear as a backpack, if that makes sense. I will be linking this down below, but please keep in mind that the backpack one is honestly a lot more efficient, and I kind of wish I would have had that available to me. This one did come off of Amazon. I think it's about $65, I want to say, which honestly isn't that bad for a makeup case. This one in particular has these 3 elastic little pouches here. You can stick stuff in them. You can put brushes in them, whatever. I just have like random things in there, like mints, pens, like oil blotting sheets, things like that. And then I don't know how well I can do this, but this also has a flat side right here. I can't tip it because like everything's gonna fall out, but there's a zipper part right here that has like a mesh spot where you can put palettes and whatnot. I just have the mirror that comes with this inside of here, and then I just put like other containers, which I'll go through after this. And then if you go onto the bottom section of it, then I have all of my stuff organized. So I'll lift this up here. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. My camera's like not angled well for this. But if you flip this up here, it has a spot where you can put brushes, or I put mascaras and everything like that. And I put like a couple lip liners that didn't fit down below. This whole entire thing used to actually come with a whole bunch of like those foam dividers and everything, and most all set style bags like this do. But I replaced all of mine with these plastic containers, and every single thing inside of here came from Amazon. The first thing when dealing with organization, the thing you want to invest in heavily is a label maker. So this one is just the Dymo brand label maker. This one's a cute little handheld one. I believe this is only maybe about $25 or so. There's nothing as clean and organized looking as an actual printed label on something. Also, I will let you know, because I learned from this mistake that I did personally, and hopefully you guys learn from it too. Do not get the clear labels. Like, it looks nice, but your clear labels with black writing will completely disappear on your packaging, on your containers. Just keep in mind that a label maker is definitely key when you're going through your own personal makeup kit, or if you're going through a professional makeup kit. Just having labels is really nice. Then next thing I want to cover is just the containers inside of this kit in general. So first off, there is a video that I filmed. I'll be linking the vlog up above where I like unboxed everything here, so you guys can see what actual containers came with this. So this actually was one of the containers here. They're just like plastic containers. And also, just to let you guys know, the reason that I did start replacing all the foam inserts in here with these plastic containers is because plastic containers are just so easy to clean up. They're really like just nice looking in general, and if you get stuff on them, you can just wipe them off really easy with a makeup wipe or a Lysol wipe or whatever you have. These are a little bit heavier in your kit as opposed to the foam inserts, and I completely get that, but I feel like they're really worth it for cleanliness and sanitation purposes. So anyways, this is the one that I have for a whole bunch of skincare items. I've also seen makeup artists put like foundation bottles or concealer tubes or whatever in here too. There are very similar containers that come from Muji that look like this. But here's the thing. So I don't have a Muji store like anywhere in my vicinity. So instead I go to Amazon, obviously, and they have dupes for things that come from Muji. The next thing that I get a ton of questions about on an everyday basis whenever people see my kit is these guys. So these guys are actually pencil holders, literally like desk organizers that you put pencils and pens in and you can just like sit them on your desk. But they come in packs of 2 on Amazon. And I got mine in white. You can also get them in black, but I feel like they're very handy and compact. And I have about 3 different ones currently in my kit for different things. And then another question that I get from people is these little guys. They're just like little squeeze containers. I don't know how many milliliters these actually are, but of course I'll be providing links below so you guys can check those out. So a bunch of people ask me if I like the airless pump containers or if I've ever tried them. Yes, I have, and I hate them. So every single time I've ever used an airless pump container for like foundations or primers or something, at one point in time, it's usually when you almost get to the bottom of it, they start jamming and they don't pump out anymore. And so your only option is to like unscrew them and then dump the whole entire thing out, which kind of makes your station a hot mess when you're working. So I like squeeze tubes like this. Yes, it's kind of hard to get all the product out of like the little top and everything once you kind of get to empty a little bit. But I would rather be guaranteed that my product's going to squeeze out of here rather than have a product jam on me. So I like these the best. Of course, to prevent that, you guys can always just like tip them upside down and then just put your label on top. But I like to make it a little bit more challenging for myself. So I just store them upright and then put the label on the caps. A lot of people are just like baffled by these and a lot of clients ask me what they are too. But I store my loose powders in these containers. So these are actually the spray powder containers. And you just put loose powder inside of them and they turn to the side like this and then you just spray them out the top. I've only had issue with a couple of these. So one of them did jam on me at one point in time and I had to like unscrew the whole entire thing. And I think you maybe saw in one of my vlogs, but it like exploded all over my kit. Like it was bad. But yeah, if your powders for some odd reason get like too backed up in here sometimes and you go to like unscrew it, all the pressure just like explodes the powders out of the top. It's real fun. But I've only had that happen to one of these and I've had 6 of them total. And then the other thing I wanted you guys to keep in mind if you guys are filling these with loose powders is that sometimes, depending on the consistency of the powder, if it's too thick of a powder, it sometimes won't actually spray out the top because it's too thick to go up the compressor, if that makes sense. And there's only one powder of mine that's done that so far. So the ones that have really worked out for me the best have been the Huda Beauty loose powders. Those are really finely milled so they can spray out the top really well. And then I also have the Laura Mercier powders, the translucent one and the medium deep one, and those do absolutely fine. The one that I've had the issue with is the Juvia's Place powder. That one's a little bit too thick to spray out of these containers, so I do have to keep unscrewing the whole thing to like get the powder out of there. But yeah, that's the only one I've ever had a problem with. I wanted to go over these little containers here. So these guys are individual 3-gram sample jars and they have labels that come with them. I just stuck mine on the top because I usually put these in my bridal touch-up kits. So I put one in there for lips and one for powder. I label their names on them so everybody knows whose is whose. And then I'll just put lips and powder on like each one of them, if that makes sense. You can also stick the labels on the bottom if you want to. But I've also found another use for them. I've also been using them to put cream products in and also my loose pigments. So you can literally take Gorilla Glue and glue them all together, and then every single time you want to go into like a shade or something, you just untwist it and then it all sticks together. So that's also a very handy thing. So instead of having like all these separate concealer jars just going all over the place in my kit, I just glued them all together and then you can just stick them in one of those pencil containers and it's really nice and compact for you. Then the other 2 containers that I wanted to talk about are the spray containers that I have. So this one is probably the most useful. It's the most compact. It's just a fine mist spray bottle. Then I also do have a bigger one, of course, for my alcohol bottle because the other ones are too fine of a mist to like be spraying on stuff. I need to fully saturate it. So this one pumps out a little bit more at a time. The other essential thing that I get a lot of questions about is this disposable holder. This guy is actually something you guys have seen multiple different times in my kit organization videos and just kit tours and everything. Also, I just uploaded a full freelance makeup artist kit video on my Instagram on the IGTV. So if you guys want to check that out, it's about 9 minutes long or so, and it shows you every single thing I have inside of my kit, all the colors I carry and everything. So go check that out. But anyways, this one is actually a fishing tackle box. That's actually what it's supposed to be for, but I use it for disposables because it has these nice 5 different compartments. Can store different disposables in it. It's really nice. I'll just go through all the disposables in here that I have because all of the disposables did come from Amazon. Also, just a tip, please do not go to a beauty supply store and buy your disposables, because you're literally going to be paying like $10 for like 20 applicators when you can go on Amazon, buy them in bulk, and get like 500 mascara wands for like $10. It's insane. So please buy them in bulk from Amazon. It's going to save you a lot of money. I wanted to go over the mascara wands that I carry first. So I'm going to go over the 3 different kinds that I have, although one I'm like slowly integrating out because I don't really like it as much as I thought I was going to, and I'll go with that one first. So this one is a pineapple wand. They basically have this little rounded tip on it, and then the whole entire thing is silicone. But the problem that I have with these is every single time you dip in a mascara tube and you pull it out, I feel like it doesn't evenly coat the wand, because it's almost like has too many gaps that it doesn't stick to the product. Like, I have no idea what happens, but I only have 4 of these guys left, and I'm slowly trying to get rid of them. So once these are gone, they're gone. Then these guys are just the regular mascara applicators. A lot of you guys actually see these guys in black, but I actually have a reason that these are in pink. I would not get the black ones, because when you guys are actually dipping these disposables into your mascara tubes, your mascara is black, your applicators are black. You're not going to be able to see if there's product on the applicator. But if you guys get them in a color like pink or blue or yellow or like whatever you guys want to get, because there's different options, then you can actually see if you're getting the black mascara on here, and you won't have to spend time like double dipping and trying to figure out if you have enough product on there. You can just see it right off the bat. Then I have the 3rd type of mascara applicator, which is this guy. I use it for mascara, and I also use it for brows. These are actually brow spoolies technically. I use them to set people's eyebrows in place with brow gel, obviously, but I also do use them for mascara. If people have really, really tiny baby bottom lashes, like I do specifically, like they're literally non-existent, if you go in with a tinier applicator like this, you can get a little bit more precise. These also get in inner corners really well too. The other applicator that I have are these ones right here. This is actually an eyeliner disposable. And if you guys have any sort of liquid liners or felt tip liners, you guys are using it on your clients just without having any sort of applicators, that's a no-no. It's really unsanitary. You guys can't hygienically spray them down with alcohol and clean them. They don't clean that way. The only kind of liner that you can 100% clean is gels. Gels in pots, you can scoop out, put it on a palette, and work from there, and that's the only way to 100% use eyeliner hygienically. So I actually don't use these for eyeliner. I actually use these for lash glue. In case I have somebody's lashes that are lifting a little bit in the inner corners, which is usually what happens, then obviously, since that lash has touched somebody else's eye, you don't want to just go in with your glue again, especially if you have one that has a wand on it and everything, and go back in there, because you don't want to contaminate your whole entire thing of lash glue. So you want to use an applicator, dip this in your lash glue, and then apply the glue on the lashes, and then stick them back in your client's eye. Then of course you want to have some sort of doe foot applicators or lip gloss applicators, whatever you guys want to call them. I found multiple different uses for these. I usually don't use them while I'm doing applications on people. They mostly just go in my touch-up kits. But you can use them obviously for lipstick, lip gloss, whatever you guys want to. And I've also found that if you have the original containers for concealers with those doe foots and everything, instead of using the doe foots and scraping them out on your palette and then using a brush, it takes a lot of time. Just use these. Just dip them inside of your concealer and then apply them on somebody's face like normal, and then it's completely hygienic. So yeah, that's also an option for these guys too. Then I also do, of course, need Q-tips to clean up any oopsies or any mistakes. I usually sometimes get lower lash mascara, like underneath the eyes. It happens. We all make mistakes. You can use it to clean up liner on the outside. Do whatever you want with these, but I really have found a lot of uses for Q-tips. I also include them in my touch-up kits because you never know what people need Q-tips for. Then I also carry little sponges and cotton pads as well. So I carry these guys here. These are both from CVS's Beauty 360 brand, but in case you guys don't have CVS, because I don't know if they're nationwide or not, you can definitely find them in bulk off of Amazon. Just make sure they're like jumbo wedge sponges and they're kind of squishy. But I mainly use sponges like this in replace of beauty blenders. So I use them for foundation, concealer, and also loose powder as well. I just wet them and then use them from there. So I do use these sponges for quite a bit. So I go through a ton of them at a time. But yeah, just find sponges and cotton pads that work best for you. I do keep a mixing palette, a stainless steel mixing palette here. I've had this one forever. It actually came in a set with an actual spatula, which is actually in my brush belt that I'll show you. But they came in a set, and I think they were only maybe like $8.99 or something for the two of them. They're pretty inexpensive, but you definitely want to make sure you have a palette as a makeup artist. Do not work off the back of your hand. Even if you sanitize your hands, it's still not as clean as using a palette, so please do that. Then I also do have an acrylic palette too. This is actually from the Artist Kit Company, but you can find them pretty inexpensively off of Amazon as well. And to be totally honest, I usually only use this guy now. With acrylic palettes, they're clear obviously, so it helps you see color better as an artist. So for instance, you can actually even use this to color match people. If you're kind of in between foundation shades or something, you can literally do maybe like 3 different swatches or something, and then you can literally just take it and hold it up to somebody's face and then see which one matches their skin. So you can also do it that way. Clear obviously doesn't have a color to it, so you can see the color more clearly and kind of see undertones a little bit better. So that's also an option here. But yeah, again, Amazon does carry these for a pretty inexpensive price. Then I also do keep dog poo bags. I get mine in bulk off of Amazon. In case you guys have a brush canister of some sort that you work with, put the dog poo bags in one side and use it for like a mini trash can, and then you can put dirty brushes in the other side. That's what I do with mine. It's been very, very handy, and you never, ever, ever want to leave your trash from clients just sitting on your workstation. It looks so unclean and unhygienic, and it is. I would make sure that you either have a trash bag maybe that's tied to like your client's chair or something, or just have like a Ziploc bag that you throw trash in or something like that. Just make sure you have some sort of designated trash can for your clients. Wanted to talk about this bag that I have this in. So this is a Zuka bag. It's the Zuka brand that usually comes in those actual Zuka cases that roll. But I don't ever have a need for a whole entire Zuka case, obviously, but I like the bags that they come with because they have plastic on the top, so they clean really easily. And also they're lined completely with plastic. So in case you keep other items like makeup items instead of just disposables, they're very, very easy to clean out. Also inside of here, I forgot to mention these, but these came from Amazon too. I've mentioned these before, but these are those like no dent hair clips. They look like this, and they just clip right in the sides of your client's hair right here. In case you have a client that's sitting down with you that obviously has their hair already done, they don't want their hair to get messed up, and you don't want their hair to get messed up. You don't want to, get in a fight with a hairstylist or something. So just make sure that you use these no dent hair clips. Do not use the crocodile clips. Those things are the worst. Even if you use the playing card or the napkin trick, like don't be messing around with those. We have clips for these now. I guess I'll just talk about like what I keep my actual touch-up kits in. So I get this pack of little organza bags off of Amazon, and they just come in like this whole entire pack. And mine just are white. You can get them in black. I started out with black, but since I do bridal a lot, then I just, do the white ones. I think they look very elegant and they're the right size and everything. And I just stick all my stuff inside of here, and they're just a drawstring bag, so they just close like this, and you can hand them to the client and they're off. It's nice. But clients usually really appreciate having touch-up kits just so they can maintain their makeup throughout the night. If I ever have a situation where I have about 5 or more clients, I separate out my brushes into individual brush pouches. Like each set will be for one person, if that makes sense. So for instance, like if I have 10 people, I have 10 sets of brushes. So these are what my pouches look like, and then I usually designate the white one for my brides just so I can tell which one is actually supposed to be for my bride. I'll usually use the best brushes on them and also put the most in there because I usually am spending more time trying to get things right. In case you guys want to like label names or something, if you guys like work on a TV set or something and like want to keep names separate for each of your talents, then these ones actually do have holders right here, so you can slide in like name cards or something and then keep track of each person's like little bag that they have. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is that this whole entire brush belt is from Amazon. I do have this in other videos too, but I thought that it was originally around $15, but apparently it's like $35. So I was really off on the price, so I'm extremely sorry if people were like sticker shocked when they clicked on the link the last time. So you can extend this all the way to do like a crossbody situation. I usually wear mine around my waist. The thing that I like most about this brush belt though, it's actually a zip around brush belt. I've been in the situation where I just have to get out really quickly and pack up all my stuff, and there's like no time for being delicate with things, and I need something that I can chuck around without having brushes flown all over the place. So yeah, I like the fact that it zips around so all of your brushes literally literally stay super compact no matter how hard you fling this, because it's definitely had to happen before. This is what the actual brush belt looks like. If you guys want to know the actual individual brushes I keep inside of here, I do have a video that I can link up above for you guys that literally goes through every single brush in here. But for the time being, I'll just kind of give you a general layout. So obviously there's a whole bunch of pouches in here. You have like individual pouches that sit right here and right here. There's also a spot right here for business cards, which I really love. It comes in handy when I'm personally working weddings and like photographers or videographers or even hairstylists like ask for my card. I have it right here. It's easily accessible. And then I also can stick tools like right in the middle. So there's like 4 center pockets that you can fill with things. And then I of course always have my little double-ended spatula. This is the one that came with that metal mixing palette that you guys saw earlier. And then I also do keep cuticle scissors in here, and I really highly suggest that you guys keep these too. The main reason I have these is to cut lashes. You obviously want to make sure you measure out the lashes accordingly to your client's eye shape. I've literally replaced like 5 of these by now. Usually bridesmaids will be running around and everything, and they forgot to cut the tag off their dresses, and they're like, does anybody have scissors? And I'm like, oh, me. And then I'll never see these again. I think that is about it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned a lot of helpful tips and tricks as far as organizing and what things you might need to have or what things maybe you haven't thought of before. So if you guys have enjoyed and stayed all the way till the very end, definitely go ahead and make sure you hit the big thumbs up button on this video, as well as also hitting that subscribe button down below. I do upload a ton of makeup artist related content, so if you guys are interested in that, definitely subscribe down below. As always, I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.